Coming up right now on Q30 News, you might call him a true Renaissance man, but now Tyrone Black is leaving. We'll tell you why.
Residents in Stamford found out exactly what happens when 200-pound chimpanzees attack.
Plus, rats and termites are about to be evicted from a famous Hamden landmark. We'll tell you that story coming up next. The news starts now.
Live from the Ed McMahon Center, this is the Q30 News Nightcast.
Good evening, everyone. You're watching Q30 News. I'm Eric Tercio.
And I'm Kathleen Hessman.
Director of Multicultural Affairs Tyrone Black announced he will resign from his position. According to Quad News, Black will leave Quinnipiac February 25th and will take on a new position working at Cheshire Academy, just miles from the university. In his interview with Quad News, Black says a lack of resources prevented him from doing his job. He went on to say how he felt unappreciated. Many professors on campus, though, commended his work at Quinnipiac, saying he put his all in everything he did for the students here at Quinnipiac. University administration, though, would not comment on Black's resignation.
After a fury of anger, Facebook is making some changes. Last Wednesday, Facebook revised its policies, leaving users wondering who owns what when it comes to their Facebook profile. Today, a new policy. Now the networking site says it will not give up its exclusive rights to abandon profile material, including photos and videos, though don't hold your breath just yet. Facebook does say it will revisit the issue soon.
Hamden needs a new town hall. What used to be the home of government activities is now the home to rats and termites. Q30 News reporter John Shrippa has this story.
From a distance, Hamden's Memorial Town Hall looks sublime. The American flag stands tall in front of a building which used to be the center of attention. Now the building is so unsafe to work in, it had to be shut down. Here at 2750 Dixwell, the town of Hamden is run from these government offices behind me, and it looks nice. Down the street is a totally different story. The new facility is something that the town representatives and the police desperately need.
We have a town of 60,000 people and a large police force, and with the new technologies and in health codes and things like that, it's disgraceful that the cops are in the buildings that they're in.
In the end, the goal is to renovate Town Hall and build a brand new police station next door. It's estimated to cost around $36 million.
We're hoping to get the economic stimulus, some of those funds from the federal government or from the state as they pass it through the state, the governor's office. But if not, we're still going to go forward with a bonding package. And in this economic downturn, that might be an interesting procedure.
But Krupp is feeling more confident they'll get a piece of the federal pie.
You know, there's numerous ways to get to that stimulus money, because the stimulus money comes directly from the federal government to the town and potentially to the state to the town, a number of different ways.
No matter where the money comes from, Henrici says construction will begin this summer. John Sharippa, Q30 News.
Unlikely suspect, but Stamford police say a chimpanzee is to blame for the attack of a Connecticut woman. The 200-pound chimp named Travis unlocked the door of a Stamford home Monday and let himself out. The victim, Charla Nash, went to the home to help the chimp's owner coax him back into the house. Travis mauled Nash as she got out of her car, prompting the owner to stab him with a butcher knife. When police arrived, Travis was shot and killed after he tried to attack an officer. Nash is in critical condition, while 2 officers received minor injuries. The chimp once starred in TV commercials for Old Navy and Coca-Cola.
Poor families in Nicaragua will receive a helping hand as students open their mouths and hearts. On February 21st, the 4th annual Nicaragua Alternative Spring Break Dinner will be held in the cafeteria at 7 p.m. on Saturday here at Quinnipiac. The $5 entrance fee will go towards raising funds to buy supplies for school children as well as materials to build and repair houses. Every year, a delegation of QU students makes the trip to Nicaragua during spring break, sponsored by the Albert Schweitzer Institute.
Today, many state-funded programs are being cut, but GEMSHA's an interesting way to keep running. Shari Davis has more.
Girls Empowered through Meaningful Support, also known as GEMS, was set up 35 years ago and is a free program that assists the young ladies of White Plains into becoming independent, sufficient, loving, and healthy young women.
It matured me in a way, and it taught me etiquette.
GEMS provides these ladies with activities focusing on cultural awareness, being and staying healthy, going to college, and self-esteem. New York State has decided not to fund the GEMS program, causing the program to come to an end in the 2010 academic school year.
So I think that New York State needs to definitely look at putting the money into positive things for youth and not putting the money into after once the youth have been in trouble.
To assist with the funding, GEMS has integrated with the Youth Bureau. Now these young ladies are expected to go to numerous programs.
Okay, well, the White Plains Youth Bureau and the YWCA have made an agreement to work together, and what we're doing is having a dual enrollment process where we have both girls to enroll with the YWCA with their GEMS program and with the Youth Bureau in their program. So if you're in middle school, it would be joining Club Excel, and if you're in the high school, it would be doing Future Excel.
Postponed for the past 2 weeks, but the girls are still looking forward to their annual college tour. This year, they will be going along with the Youth Bureau. Shari Davis, Q30.
Up next on Q30 News, authorities in Memphis confuse a bumper sticker with a pipe bomb.
And an apparent UFO gives residents in Texas a scare. And people of all ages come out to see the ice sculptures in New Haven. That's coming up next. You're watching Q30 News. We'll be right back. GM and Chrysler are looking for some extra cash with a high demand for cars and trucks. They're going to need an additional $21.6 billion in federal loans. Both companies are planning to cut 50,000 jobs worldwide by the end of the year. GM plans to close more plants in the next few years and confirms they're going to drop some other weaker brands. GM and Chrysler's original request for a $34 billion federal bailout failed in December after the Senate Republicans kept it from passing.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a fireball. Eyewitnesses in Texas claim there were strange fireballs flying through the sky on Monday, February 16th. Sonic booms were also heard. Authorities originally thought that the fireball was debris from an American and Russian satellite collision that occurred a week ago. Now experts say it was most likely a meteor. The FAA have asked pilots to keep an eye out for any signs of falling debris, but have not received any reports just yet.
Bristol Palin, the 18-year-old daughter of Alaska Governor Sarah Palin, gave her first interview since giving birth in late December. Palin said she hopes to be an advocate to prevent teen pregnancy, but says that telling young people to be abstinent, of course, is not at all so great, and it's not really realistic either. Governor Palin praised her daughter for how she's handled the situation and says the child is, quote, lucky to have Bristol as a mama. How about that, Kat?
How about that?
Thank you, Lindsay.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Well, this weather, I'm not digging it.
I
want
hate
last
it.
week. Remember when it was about
It was so
70
warm,
degrees?
and now it's all slushy, snowy rain.
I know, we're flopping around, walking into
Yeah.
the studio tonight, coming in to bring you the news, and we're slipping all over the place.
Slipping. I hate slipping.
Well, hopefully, Amy Hardman will have a good forecast for us. Amy, do you see any 60s in that forecast?